started. So, guys, so let's get started. So, guys, those who are coding in your mobile phone, for them, Pawan, are you coding in your Pawan Royal actually? Sorry,
No, sir, I'm in coding in laptop.
coding in laptop. Super, super.
Okay.
Okay. So, guys, those who are coding in the mobile phone, for them, yesterday I told you, you can use Code Pen. Go to Code Pen. Yeah, go to Code Pen. Do sign up. Go to Code Pen. Do sign up and click here. Start coding. Because whenever you do sign up, your code will be stored here. Your projects will be stored here. Okay, so that you don't have to mess it here and here and there. And guys, those who are coding on your laptop, there is one software called VS Code Studio. I request you to download this software from here and install in your laptop. Okay, I'll share this in the chat box also so that you guys don't miss it out. Okay, I've shared it.
Shahid, can you share that these two links in WhatsApp group that we can
Sure,
access easily?
sure. I'll share both the links on the WhatsApp group as well.
Yeah, thank you.
No problem. Yes. Open. Yes, this is the code pen and VS Code Studio, and this is the VS Code Studio. Yeah. So guys, those who yesterday, please install this. If you have, those who have started today itself, those who have joined today itself, what they can do is they can just go ahead and install this. But today you can, for today, if this is your first class, go ahead with the code pen. Okay, don't keep installing and don't wait for it to install and all. Let's get started with the code pen and yeah. So guys, just reshare it. Today we will be working on Visual Code Studio. Let me share my entire screen. Yeah, as you can see here, just go to in your laptop, just go to Visual Code Studio. Yeah, just open Visual Code Studio. You will find this. You'll get this Visual Code Studio for the first time. Don't save it. For the first time, you will get this view in your Visual Code Studio. So what you have to do is, first thing to do, as soon as you go to your Visual Code Studio, first thing to do is, go to your files. Yeah, open a folder. It can be any folder. Let's say I don't have any folder. What will I do is, I'll just go to my Windows. I'll just go here and I'll create a new folder. Let's say JS classes. I'll create a new folder and I'll click on select folder. So we are inside the folder now. Trust the others. So we are inside the folder now. Yeah, this is our folder. So what you have to do is you need to create one file called as index. It can be any name. I suggest to go for index.html. Yeah, I've created a file name called index.html. Guys, those who are using laptop, did you understood till now? If you have not understood, I can show it to you once again. Not an issue. uh, Akhil, Umesh, should I show?
Shahid, actually, I'm following you. I'm okay with this.
Okay, okay. So can you please repeat once again? Definitely, I'll do that for you, Aisha. Yeah. those who are coding in your laptop, what you can do is you can just install the application that I told you yesterday. Open that. Go to your laptop and open Visual Code Studio app. Inside this app, first thing you will do is you will select a folder. Go to Files, Open Folder, and select a folder. Let's say you create a folder for this entire course. If you don't have any folder, just click here on New Folder, create new folder. I have created this new folder. Yeah, I'll just select this folder, click on Select Folder. Okay, folder is open now. Let me just delete this file also. I'll create one second. So we are inside this folder in VS Code. Just click New here on this icon. Give the name to the file, index.html. Either you can give whatever the name you want. I suggest go for index.html. Okay, till now hope you guys are clear. Those who are not using laptop, they can go for the VS Code directly. You don't have to do this many things and all. You create folder, there is that you don't have to. You can directly go here, HTML, CSS, JavaScript. Yeah, so what's the next step now? Okay, we will create 3 files. One we have created, index.html. Another file we will create, style.css. Yeah, then script.js. These 3 files in any web application, guys, these 3 files are mandatory all over the world. Wherever you see the web application, web apps, these 3 files are mandatory. Yeah, don't have to scratch your heads. What will we do here in these 3 files? Whatever we did yesterday here, HTML, CSS, JavaScript. In HTML we wrote HTML, in CSS we will write CSS code, in JS we will write JavaScript code. Same thing we will do here also. Okay, just go to HTML now. Okay, everyone can see this, this symbol here. Okay, just if you just type this symbol, you will get, so this options. Okay, just click here on the first option. You will get all these documents. You will get this everything inside this HTML. You will get this doc type, with this metadata, viewport, document title, everything. Okay.
So I didn't go.
Okay, you did not got. Okay, you're doing it on your laptop.
Yes, sir.
Okay, you're doing it on your laptop. Not an issue. Just a minute. Just a minute. Okay. Now there is a symbol. On your keyboard there is a symbol. Can you see that? There is one line and there is a dot also. On your keyboard, on one, in the position of one, if you do
Yes,
shift,
sir. I have.
yes, just click shift, hold shift.
But the options are not showing, sir.
Okay, you are in VS Code.
Yes, sir.
Okay, can you share your screen?
So can you wait a minute?
Yeah, sure. Guys, if others are also facing any difficulty, you can share your screen. I will help you out, but no, you don't have to scratch your heads. Okay, no, this is, I'm not getting this. Yeah, if any problem with the language, you can tell me. I will help you out. Yeah, but yeah, don't, even wherever you're feeling difficulty, just unmute yourself. So there is something called here, there is something called as, no, on the left hand side there is something called as extensions here. Okay, just click on extension and install. There is something called as live server. live server. Okay, just click on this icon. This kind of server you will find, this kind of icon you will get here. You need to install this in your VS Code. Okay, this is important, guys. Every developer does this. Okay, what you have to do is just click on this box. You will find it here. Three joined boxes and one distracted box, detached box over here. Just click on this box. Just click on these boxes here on the extensions and type live server. Yeah, live server, and install it here. I have already installed it, so that is why I'm not getting install option, but you will get install option. Click on install. Okay, guys, are we clear till now?
Yes, sir.
Okay, just do this. Okay, so let's get started now. So why we have installed here is, there is a major reason, because whenever I do this open with live server, it will open in the live server now. See, this is my HTML document. This is my website application that I'm building here. I'm coding here, and automatically it will be updated here. Every time I don't have to do it, I can just click on HTML. I can open with live server, and it is open now. So yesterday we have learned lots of things like H1, okay, H2 and all we have learned. See, I'll just save it here, and it is reflecting here. Okay, these are all things we have learned yesterday. So guys, shall we continue with VS Code, or you want me to teach you this things at least for few classes? You want me to teach it with CodePen?
No, sir. Continue with VS Code.
Continue with VS
Continue
Code.
with VS Code.
Okay, I'll continue with VS Code. Okay, so guys, so whatever I'll be, someone can go on mute. So yesterday we have learned this HTML welcome H1 thing we have learned. Then we have learned something called as we have learned paragraphs. We have learned paragraphs. Let's say, yeah, we have learned paragraphs. I'll add some dummy text to paragraph. Okay, these things and all we have learned yesterday. So guys, today what we are going to learn is, so every website on the internet, there is something common in every website. That is, you go to any website, there is something common in the websites. That is called as forms. There is something called as forms. Today is the easiest example that I'm giving you to understand the forms, and you yourself, after understanding this, you yourself will be able to create the forms. See, here we have forms where we can enter our name, where we can enter our email address, these things and all we can. Here also we have a form. My website, I should remove this ads. This is troubling me. Here also we have a forms. Here I can add my name, email address, phone number, date of birth. This and all we can add. How to create these forms we will learn today. See, I have my application open here. In the VS Code, there is something called as input. There is something called as input. Open this. Let's open the tag input. Input tag doesn't come with closing tag, like how we have for H1, right? For H1 we have closing tag, right? Here, this is H1 opening tag, H1 closing tag with /. But input doesn't come with closing tag. It's a self-closing tag. It doesn't come with a closing tag. So guys, input, okay, input means I'm taking the user inputs here. Just type input. Inside this, what type of input I want to take, I'll mention here. I'll type, just mention type equals to, put this double quotation marks, double quotes. Under these two quotations, what you will do is you will mention the type, for example text, and you will save it. Control S is a save. If I'll go to my website, okay, can you see here, I've got the input here. I can type the text. I can type whatever I want. Guys, clear? Should I explain it once again? Shall I explain it once again? Pawan Royal, Pawan, Akhil, Aisha, Sajid.
No, sir, it's okay.
It's okay? Okay. So guys, here I have put it text. Input type is text, which means I'm taking a text from user, and text includes number also, symbols also. Text is everything. Okay, it can be symbol, it can be number, it can be alphabets, it can be anything. Let's say I'm typing here. Inside my type, I'll type number. Okay, now let me just save and check what happens. If I type any text here, any alphabets, any symbols, that won't work. Only numbers I can type here. Yeah, this is one type of input. Okay, uh, let's say I am giving a, here I'll make it text. Text. One more thing what I'll do is I'll create one more input. Okay, this type of input will be, okay, there are many types of inputs. I've taken text, I've taken number. Now there is something called as, you know, there are different types. There is something called as email input, where I can put only email IDs. Okay, there is something called as, one more input, there is something called as type. There is something called as, let's say I'm putting time. Okay, so I'm asking user to select the time. See here, let me just go here. Here I can put text because it is type text. Here I can put uh, what is it I have given. Here I can give email ID. Here I can put email ID. I can put my email here. Here I can put numbers. Yeah. Here I can put numbers. Here I can select the time. See here, it is giving me the option to select the time. What I can do is I can create one more input type. I can mention date as well. I can ask the user to select the date. Say 12 10 1999. By the way, this is not my date of birth. Okay, so these things I can do here. Yeah, these all are the types of inputs, guys, that we have. One more type of, last type of input I'll tell you. We have few more, very important inputs also. We have input type called radio. Radio is this one, the radio button. Okay, guys, when do you think we can use this radio button? Any idea when we can use this radio?
I think yes or no options.
Yes or no options. Superb. Who said this?
Akhil.
Akhil. Great job, Akhil. Great answer. Yeah, yes or no option. When you have limited options to choose, I want user to choose only one option. At that point in time, I can give this radio. There is one more input type called as, checkbox. Okay, there is one more input type called as checkbox. See here, this is a checkbox. And guys, have you seen anywhere, if you guys have seen this checkbox during websites, form fills?
Yes, sir.
Okay, where have you experienced this checkbox?
For multiple options, sir. Means I want to my hobbies or anything.
Okay, hobbies.
Food items.
Guys, any other person who have experienced this checkbox?
So accept the terms and
Special like
conditions.
a Google form.
Okay, special. Okay. Okay, awesome. So guys, one more thing. If you go to any of the websites, it will ask you to accept the terms and conditions and all. Okay.
Capture code.
Correct. A captcha code also you have there. So these things and all, we can use this one. Okay. So guys, let's say I have bought this. I have made this kind of form here. I don't want this like this. I want this to come one by one. I want this to come first. I want this to come second. I want this to come second, third, fourth, like that. What do I do here? There is one tag called as break tag. BR. BR is nothing but break. I'm asking the code to break. See here. I've added a break here and just save it. Now, see, this has come in another line. Same way I can add the breaks after all the lines. So after every input, it will give me a break. There is other way also to do this. I'll show you that as well. But as of now, let us go with this one. Guys, shall we all make this all the inputs? Shall we all do this, practice this once? Just do this and
Yes,
share
sir.
me the screenshot, everyone. Share me the screenshot in the WhatsApp group. Just do this once and share me the screenshots. This is a practice, guys. Build up your forms, build up your inputs, get the data from people, store it in your database. Today, the biggest industry making money is that is a data industry. That is why there is lots of demand for data analysts nowadays to secure the data, to analyze the data, to store the data, to segment the data. These things are all. Okay, so guys, quickly just do this and share me the screenshot. Anybody have any doubts, any questions, you can ask me. Aisha, you're clear? Shall I explain once again?
No, sir.
Okay, you can do it, right?
Done, sir.
Okay, you're done. Okay, okay, no my doubts. Super fast, yeah, people are. I think all of you have done already.
Hello. I have one doubt here.
Yes,
What if the BR break has a forward slash, right?
yes.
Whether it can come before BR or after BR, is there any restriction for that?
See, whichever the self-closing tag, right, that comes after BR. Let's say for input also, this is a self-closing tag. So after everything, we'll put this one.
Okay, got it. Because in H1 ending H1, closing the H1, before we have forward slash and
Correct,
then H1 we have.
correct. Because these all are self-closing tags. BR and all. For
Okay,
H1,
okay.
we have H1 opening and H1 closing. For input, we don't have anything. It's only an input. This is self-closing. That is why it's just this one.
Oh, okay, got it, got it. Thanks.
Okay, good question. I think it helped others also, I believe. Okay, so great job, Aisha. Super, very fast, yeah. So already did it. Pawan Royal. Pawan, I think you already have an experience of doing this, right?
Yes, sir.
Great job, great job, great, yeah, great. By seeing the code, I can tell that. Superb, Sajid. Really mesmerizing sequence that you have made. Nice.
Thanks.
Okay. Okay. So guys, let's move forward. Now let's say. Okay. Now let's understand this. Here I want user to put his name. Here I want user to enter the email ID. Here I want him to put the number. Here I want him to select the time. But how will the user know what should I put here? He might put his brother name also. He might put his relative's name also. How will the user know? Okay. Now here there is something called as placeholder. Inside that input only you will put this. There is something called as placeholder. Just type placeholder equal to double quotation marks. Inside this quotation marks, let's say I'll put enter name and I'll save it. Now you see here it says enter name. Here user can enter. Yeah. Guys, understood everyone why this placeholder is used? Shall I explain it once again? Just say yes or no if everybody are clear, or I'll explain it once again. Okay, let's say I have created a form and I want to tell the user put this information here. I want to tell the user put your name, okay, or put your number here, put your email ID here. Okay, he might put here his pin code, everything. He can do it here, but I don't want to do it. I want user to understand what this form is asking. So at that point in time, what I'll do is here inside this input itself, there is something called as placeholder. Placeholder equal to double quotation marks. Okay, inside this double quotation marks, what you can do is you can enter whatever you want, like enter your name. Yeah. So now you can see here it is asking enter your name. Guys, everyone understood why to use placeholder? Anybody have
Yes, sir.
any doubts, any questions? Okay, superb. So I've mentioned here enter your name. Can you guys, for these two fields, can you guys add enter your mobile, enter your email, enter your mobile number? Can you guys do that? This one I have did. For these two fields, can you guys do this? Just it's just a quick task. Just do it in a minute and share me the screenshots, everyone. Okay. If anybody has any doubts, you can ask. By the way, nice DP, nice picture you have added to your Google. This one, Mesh. Okay, I think some people have already started sharing. Let me just check their input. Pawan, super fast. Since you are experienced, okay. Enter name, enter email. Superb, superb. Nice, Pawan. Super fast. Okay. Others, just do it quickly. Akhil, Akhil, you're clear with this? Shall I explain once again?
No, sir. No, sir. I first one I already sent you a personal number, sir. Second one also on the list.
Yeah,
Net is slow, sir.
yeah. Do it. Guys, take your time. Do it. Practice. Okay. Because if you're joining the class, I will make sure that you are taking really good things from here and making use of it. Akhil, you have added a placeholder or you have entered directly the me the things because I couldn't recognize it. So superb, superb, Sajid.
Previously, previously I entered details itself, sir.
Okay,
Now I am adding placeholders.
okay. Great job, Sajid.
Thanks. Can we add a placeholder for time, date, time and date?
Unfortunately, there is no option,
No.
but there is a different method altogether. We'll do it.
I have tried for that, but I didn't got the output there.
But there is a different method for that. We'll explore that as well.
Fine, fine, okay.
Okay, so awesome. Akhil, proud of you. Seriously proud of you. You made it.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, so let's move forward. Aisha, great job. You did placeholder. Okay, you tried for enter time and this one also. Okay, not an issue. Okay, so guys, let's move forward. Let's see here. Okay, so there is as Sajid asked me, like there is an option to add the placeholder, for this kind of fields, but there is no option to add a placeholder for date and time, and even for this one. What do we do here? So in this case, guys, what we do is there is something called as label. Okay, label. See here, label tag. For label, there is a opening and closing tag. Inside this label, whatever you will write. Okay, for example, enter name. Yeah. So now, if you see here, it says enter name. Yeah. Same way, I can add it for different inputs also. One thing to notice, guys, after label, don't put break. You can put break also. You can do that as well, but your wish. But I just want to show it here, like, in this way. Enter name, I have a field here. Enter mobile number, I have a field here. Enter other things, I have a field here. Okay, but you can see in my other website. See, this is the website that I have built. So in this website, you can see it is coming on top. It means I have put it a break here, and I have added this. You can do this as well. Okay, there is something called as label. You can add this label to the inputs. You can add this label to here also. Enter email. And so I've got this. Okay, so like this you can add the labels. Guys, understood?
Yes, sir.
Yes, just add the labels for everything. For time also, for date also. Let's add the labels now. Add the labels, then I'll tell you how to connect them. Okay, you just do this quickly, then I'll tell you how to connect this label and you put together.
Done, sir.
Oh my god, so early. You made it. got the screenshot, but great if you are, just did it like that. Okay, I got it. Super, yeah. Very fast, Aisha. Nice, nice, nice. Nice that you did it. Super, Pawan. Super. Enter the time, enter the date. I think you have missed the break after the input, but super, great, yeah. Guys are experts here. Okay, added the emojis as well. Superb, Sajid. I did not got this idea of how you got this idea of adding emojis, but you have did it.
Yeah, just Windows plus stop full stop button. We'll get the emojis there. So I have added there.
Nice. Akhil, superb. To the point, to the point. Awesome, awesome. Great job. Okay, okay. So guys, let's move. Any other person? Anybody have any doubts, any questions on this? You guys can ask me. Till now, hope everyone are clear. Pawan, Pawan, Royan, Umesh, you guys are clear, right? You don't have any questions, right?
Yes, sir.
One doubt I have. Can they put the label after the input? What happens at that time?
If you put label after the input, it goes. The label goes after that.
Okay, beside that.
Yes. So okay, let me. I was coming to that part. Let me just share my screen. Yes. Okay. Let's say, guys, we'll come back to radio. We'll come to radio here, and we'll come to radio later. I'll show you here. See, I have created a label here. Let's say I don't have label here. I have label. Let's say I don't have label here. I have this label before H1. I know this is a weird design. This is not a good design. I have a label here. Instead of putting label here, after input, I have label here. Yeah. So now, see, I have label here. Okay. No sense at all. But that's a different thing. Design part. I have label here. I have input here. No user don't know what's going on. But how do I link this? How will I get to know? How will the user get to know that this a label belongs to this input? Yeah. So for that, what we have is inside this we have something called as for. Okay, for here you will specify for which input this label is. Okay, but before this for, what you will do is every input should mandatorily have an ID. Okay, ID. And what is this ID? ID is nothing but a name. ID is nothing but a what that input is for. You can give any ID, but ID should not have spaces in between. Let's say I'm putting name as a ID. Yeah, I'll not put your space name. Either I'll put your name directly like this, or I'll just put name. Okay, every input should have ID in that input. And to connect the label, let's say this is a label now. I'll tell the label for what this label is, for which input this label is connected. Okay, I'll put this ID, whatever the idea is there in input, same ID I'll put here inside the for name, and I'll just save. Now if I'll click on this one, enter name, this field will be highlighted. See guys, did that got highlighted? Should I zoom in and show once again? See here,
Yes,
if
sir.
I'll
We got.
yeah, I'm putting my cursor here. See, it is blinking now. I'm putting my cursor here. If I'll click on this label, this field will get highlighted. The cursor will change from here to here. See, okay, guys, did we got it here? What happened now? Anybody have any
Yes,
questions?
sir.
Okay. So, yes, guys, let's just do this. Link all the labels to their inputs and share me the code screenshot. One last interesting thing I'll tell you about this HTML part and one CSS thing. Then we'll wind up the class. Yeah, guys, these things, the brief understanding of whatever the HTML tag we are doing, right? It's really very important. If you just understand the code, then you can make any application with your, own, with your bare hands. You can make any application on the internet. I thought somebody shared me the screenshot. Mm, Guys, is it confusing, or are you guys doing it so you're taking some time? If you're doing it, not an issue. Take your time. If it is confusing, let me know. I'll help you out. Did I lost my network? Hopefully, I have lost my network. I think somebody have shared me the code. Just check. Okay. For okay. Time. Super, Vaisha. Great job. Sajid. Awesome. Please sorry. ID. ID. Okay. Nice. Yeah, the thing can be done. Label. Awesome. Awesome. Very good. Let me just check. Okay. Okay. Guys, everyone have added the labels above H1. Huh? Nice. Nice, guys. Nice. But usually what we do is we add this one here. Okay. Someone else have shared something. Okay. Shall we move forward, guys?
Yes, sir.
I know for today it is more, but few last things after that we'll close it. So guys, there is something called as input. One last thing. Let's say we have a radio button here. Let me remove this everything. However, we all have learned these things now. Okay, let me just create one more. So, called radio set. You don't have to do this. I'm just doing it to make you understand. This. Let me just open this in the live server. Okay. Now, there is an input. There is an input called input called there is an input called input type radio. Okay, radio. Most of the people, what they do is, most of the designers, they never, let's say, okay, this is interesting. See, I'll add a label here. First of all, I'll ask a person. Okay, here I'll ask a person to enter create a label. Sorry. Label. We'll just close the label. Inside this label, what I'll do is male. Okay. Here I'll ask to select female, and there is another thing called others. Okay. Now I'll link all the inputs and this one. I think everybody knows how to link it. So just type male and just select here for male. Here ID I'll add female. Okay. This label is for female. And this ID equal to other, and for equal to other. Okay, now everything is connected. Hopefully everything is connected now. Let me just quickly save this. Yeah, okay. So guys, everything is connected now. If I'm selecting on male, this is getting selected. If I'm selecting on female, this is getting selected. If I'm selecting on other, this is getting selected. Everyone are clear till now what happened?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Others, Pawan, Royal, Akhil, everyone are clear, right? I've just created a label and the radio button. That's it. Okay, now let's say I want to give an option to user select any one option, but here you can see everything is getting selected. What will I do in this case? Okay, here everything is getting selected, but I want the user to select any one thing. What will I do here? So in this case, guys, what will we do is, especially in radio, what we will do is, okay, there is something called as name. Inside this input, there is something called as name. Name should be same to everything. So let's say I'm just typing gender. I want the people to select gender. You're putting that in one family, nothing else. Okay, so everything comes under one family. Now, if I'm selecting, see, I can select only one option, any one option, not all three. Guys, understood?
Yes, sir.
Shall we all do this? Anybody have any doubts, any questions? Should I explain once again? I can do that for you.
For me, it's clear.
Others, Pawan, Akhil, Pawan Royal.
Yeah, clear. Yeah, clear, Shahid.
Okay, okay. I'm happy with that. Yes, guys, just do this. It's quite simple explanation, guys. Even if you want me to explain 100 times, I am not for you. But if you're not understanding, please ask. If the interviewer is asking you, how do I make it to select one, your answer should be on tip of your tongue. Just put everything in one family. Give the same name to all the inputs. Only two things left out in HTML. One is anchor tag, another is image tag. If we are doing it, then we are done with HTML. Then we will move to CSS. Then again we will come back to HTML, learning these tables and all later stage that is. But to get started with JavaScript, these things are more than enough. More than guys, just do this quickly and share with your screenshots. I think somebody has shared me something. Let's check. Okay. Okay. Aisha, you have linked everything, but you have not added this one. Okay, the name inside the input. Add this name inside the input, and why we will add this name inside the input is, let's say in three options I want user to select only one. At that point in time, I'll add this name. Okay, just guys. Hello. घर में जी मैं चाहता हूँ हाँ 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 क्या हुआ किससे मेडिकल है अच्छा ठीक है और ठीक है आओ भाई हो गया सर okay guys I think some other persons also have shared sorry yes God. Okay supervisor hope you have understood the concept of adding the name to the input superb Sajid great job yeah and you have placed it correctly right See, you placed it correctly after the previous one. Nice.
Thank you.
So, Pawan, Akhil, should we just do this?
Yes, done, sir. I'll be sharing. No.
Okay. Okay.
Hi, I have one doubt. What happens if we give a type and ID name as the same? What happens at that time?
Uh, Type and ID.
Yeah.
Okay. Type and ID. See, type is something that you can give the ID also same. You can give the type also same. But type is something that defines the type of input you're getting. Okay, and
Oh,
ID is something that is linked to the label, and ID is also used to select the select the HTML elements to style them and all. So we always select ID as unique.
okay. Got it.
And even in JavaScript, whenever you write a function at all, we have something called as select attribute. At that point in time, JavaScript will also get confused if we are making it same. So I better suggest to go for any unique name for ID.
Okay. Got it.
Yeah. Sometimes I to keep worst names for ID. Like I'll give jar one, jar three, jar four, Hulk. I gave Captain. I gave Iron Man. This kind of names and all I give. So yeah, whatever the name you wish to, you can give it to ID. Okay. Okay. Pawan and Akhil have shared. Super Pawan. Super. Hope you have added the name because I did not say the full name as I'm telling you. But great job. Great job. Superb guys. Superb. Akhil. Awesome. Awesome. Okay. So guys, let's get started. Let's just wind this topic here. So see every form, if you go to any website, every form that you see that has a submit button at last. Okay. Whenever a user clicks on this button, the data will be submitted. It will be validated and it will be submitted. Okay. So how do I do this? First of all, whatever you have created, all these fields, okay, you will put everything. You will not code this like this itself. You will put everything. If you want the user to submit this form, you will put everything inside the form. There is something called as form tag. See, form we have opening tag. Just this to make it simple. Form we have opening tag and closing tag. Inside this form tag, you will put all these inputs. Yeah, you put all this input inside this form tag, and inside that there is one more last important type of input last important type of input called submit. I'll be there in 5 minutes. Sorry guys, I just got the call. I'll just close it. Last input type called as submit. Submit is nothing but it's a button which will submit the form, whatever the data it is there here, it will submit to the backend. Okay, and value whatever the okay. Let me just save this. If I save it here, see I've got the button here. So nothing is there on the button. So whatever you want to print on the button, you will put it inside the value. Okay, let's say I'm submit. I'll type submit. You can type click also. You can type anything you want. If I save now, see I've got this button. As soon as I click on As soon as I click on submit, this page will reload and the data will be sent to the backend. Here we don't have backend set up everything. We will do it later parts. Yeah. Okay. So guys, everyone have understood what is the submit button?
Yes, sir.
Okay. The submit button is just for your knowledge. I'm telling you. We will work with the forms in the later stages. Hope everyone have understood how to create the form, how to create the submit button, different type of inputs, everything. Anybody have any doubts, any questions, you guys can ask me now.
No, sir.
Okay. Okay, everyone pay your attention here. You can do your coding later. So if you so that's it for today's class. Yeah. And thank you so much for your time. If you are okay, let's do the final round of the session. If you are happy with the class, no, we will give you guys will give me the rating from 1 to 10, 1 being the lowest and 10 being the highest. If you are very happy with the class, type 10 in your chat box. If you are not happy with the class, type 1. Okay, thank you Aisha and Rose already started typing. If you are okay with the class, go for 5, 6, whatever you feel like. Okay, thank you so much guys, thank you so much for your time, thank you so much for attending the session. And hopefully I'm giving know uh, I'm giving you the value, I'm giving you the learnings worth of your time. Okay, so one more caution guys. If you're not okay with the class, if you're not okay with the class, if you're not understanding anything, any language barriers, any software issues, you can always reach out to me. I'll be the most happiest person to help you out. Intention is only to you know uh, give you something better, update you with the what is updated knowledge, giving you the better knowledge that I have. Thank you guys, and we'll meet again next week.
Some questions I have. Can I ask
Yes,
you?
yes, please.
See, actually, we have more of the libraries and many of the data types here. Do we have to maintain any note along with the class, or we need to take a book, a pen, and write everything?
No, you don't have to, because from next as I have mentioned in the course curriculum, from next class onwards I'll be giving you the notes
Oh,
in the
super.
form of PDFs. I'll be giving you the notes so that you can maintain. And also I'll share you my personal. There is one website, personal website, where you can find all the documents. That will definitely help you out.
And
Yes.
where this JavaScript be used? Within the front end or back end, and where the Python will get used in the web development?
Yeah. So Python is also used in the web development. Python is famous for machine learning and artificial intelligence. Just a minute. Wasim, 2 minute. Python is famous for artificial intelligence, machine learning, and all, and it is used for applications and all. But JavaScript has gained so much of advance after this AI technologies and all. JavaScript has gained so much of demand that JavaScript is used in front end, JavaScript is used in backend, JavaScript is used in APIs, servers, calls, everywhere JavaScript is used now. Even for machine learning and artificial intelligence, also nowadays we are using JavaScript. So that is why if you can see today's market, more than Python, JavaScript is being used.
Okay. One more question, the last question I have. See, actually, we are going along with the class. Whether we need to call you as a name, actually, in the office, we'll call everyone
Yes,
as a name.
yes, yes.
Like, or else you need to call me as a shite, sir.
No, no,
I have a doubt.
no, no. Yeah, that is what I was about to say. Today, one of my friend also called me and said, "Sir, do we have to call you sir?" So that is why I told. Today, I was about to say this. Please, call me by my name. You can call me Shahid. You can call me Afi, whatever you wish to, but not sir. Because once you step into a corporate world, you're not allowed to call with sir or ma'am or these
Yeah.
things. So please call me with my name.
Okay. Thanks a lot for that. Okay,
Any other
fine, Shai.
questions, guys?